guys, hi, welcome to bekibtarot. My name's Becky. I'm a spiritual advisor, clairvoyant and energy reader. So just hopped out the bath, fresh wet hair, and I finally feel in an energy that I can come back online and visit you guys. I hope everybody's been really well. It's been intense, I'd say, for me over the last few months. I've been I've been deep wound healing, coming out the other side, different mindsets, taking a look at myself, la da da da. So anyway, here I am, back. Like I said, please excuse, I've just hopped out the bath and I'm going to climb into bed after this. But I felt guided to come on and do a collective read. So let's do that. Spirit does want to say, if anyone's got any tiger's eye, please put that under your pillow tonight and sleep with it under your pillow, please. Spirit's saying that. Okay. Sorry, I'm just getting out. I've got all my cards here. I'm just gonna get out the ones that they're pulling me to the romance angels. So let's have a look at them. Okay. Also, if I've got anyone that's an Aquarius watching, a quick message for you. There's a passion building in your stomach. It sounds really weird. What does that say? Oh, sorry, there's something at the bottom. I don't know what it says. Or there's something you've been passionate about for a while. You're kind of going to have you're going to have some clarity and a clear, things are going to be removed, barriers, so you can get that clear mindset. And then others have, it's either you're passionate about something or some new passion's going to come up and you're going to get some clarity and understanding on something. That was really random. Take it if it resonates for you, but that was an Aquarius card. Okay. Let's see. Oh, how funny. Oh, is it still? So I thought I tipped them all that looked and that passion. What was we just saying? Things are 242 was on the clock there. I know it's not a triple number, but I felt compelled. Spirit kind of guided me to it. So, the energy I'd say for the collective at the moment is really just moving into newness, moving away from that settling energy, and they said embracing newness. Yeah. For some of you guys, you may be having throat chakra clearance, which is, great, better with communication, learning how to speak truth, those kind of things. You might find over the next 2 months that kind of plays out. Okay, so first one out. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So kind of what I've said in the energy being, you are not allowing yourself to settle for the old or settle for low grade, or you are pulling in and attracting what's meant for you by focusing on yourself and loving yourself first. Collective. For some of you, it could be to do with a romantic connection. Oh, okay, hang on, they're showing me a message on this card. I'll put it down. So for some of you, you may have, for some of you, you may have had an ex reappear. If you haven't, for some of you, this could be over the next 2 months. Anything over 2 months, it's probably not, it's not going to be this energy that this is in the timeline. But, take it all as it resonates. If you feel like everything else in the story fits for you, then it's probably coming. So for some of you, there's a connection that's either come back around recently-ish or is due to over the next 2 months, right? This is a connection with, there's a masculine energy in this connection that likes to have one hand out the door. I know the saying is 1 foot out the door, but weirdly, I'm being pulled to saying 1 hand out the door. Okay? Now, okay, so what they're saying is, when people have one foot out the door, it means they're ready to run, right? Yeah. But why they're saying it's one hand out the door is because they have their hands in other things. They may have liked to have options, but there's something outside the door that they can't let go of. Whoa, check this. So in the past, they couldn't let go of it, whether this is an old mindset, their ego, a person, a job, just anything, right? They had one hand out the door, but loving you, whatever, inside, yeah, but this one hand out the door is what Spirit's showing me. What's happening now is, so this person has reappeared or will do for the next 2 months. They, Spirit is pushing them, is basically pushing them to make a decision. Obviously, this person has free will, right? So they are being forced to make a decision. You either go out the door and leave this feminine energy alone completely. This is it though. This masculine energy, whoever this is really it. Spirit's like, this is it. You have gone long enough with this hand out the door, and you kissing and loving and building and having this connection with someone inside. I do feel like it's not that this person doesn't have feelings for this feminine energy. There's lots of romance, there's lots of heartfelt stuff, but there is something that's being held on outside that door. There's something being held on in the past. Whether it's a pain, wound that stops this person from fully jumping in and being fully present in that through the door with you or this feminine. But basically, it's now or never. And Spirit is... This is such a funny... I'm getting so much off this card. So Spirit is like forcing this person. You're either out or in. Enough. With serious force, okay? Now, I'm going to show you the card to show you what Spirit was giving me. So here you have the couple. And can you see this masculine energy has got one hand out the door, right? And then you see this little Cupid, which is Spirit, this masculine's guide. Look how fierce. I don't know if you can see it here. This is one fierce ass face holding the, it's like a bow and arrow. Now, obviously... Interestingly enough, there is no arrow in this. So it's already been shot. Yeah, it's already been shot. The love is already pure, but it's like that force is really not angry, because that's not how Spirit and your guys work, unless you know it's real bad. But there is unconditional love, you know, divinity and all that, right? But Spirit is like no to this masculine. This Spirit really wants this masculine to just release this hand, whatever this is from the past, person, places, thing, wounds, that is stopping this masculine being fully in with this feminine, right? And the Spirit really wants this masculine to just let it go. But they have free will, but the force is so strong that this masculine will be made to either release this feminine and leave, or drop the hand and be fully present in this connection fully, right? And that's all we got from all this one card. Really strong, powerful energy here. So, like we say, naturally, free will. Spirit, how Spirit will enforce this masculine to kind of make this decision is the pressure will be felt. They will be bombarded with energies and whatever, how Spirit feels is correct to enforce the energy. And like I said, this masculine will be made to make a decision in a way of like, if he's on a time, this masculine's on a timer, then the feminine will probably be ripped away, and then it will be like, well, that was your choice, you know, it was your free will, you chose to be out the door because you wouldn't let go. Get my drift? Next card. Here we go. So we've got honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So for a lot, I'd say about 80% of the people that this energy resonates for, they are going to release the past, whatever this thing is that keeps their hand out that door, right? It's going to be released, and you're going to move into a more enjoyable time together, learning, growth in the connection, learning more about each other, finally feeling like there's not this barrier, because this masculine energy has not got one hand out the door anymore, is fully present within this connection, right? And how that's represented in this card is, you can see Spirit, yeah, with the wings, angel, And then here is the masculine and feminine in the boat, moving forward in the water to the new, right? So that really tells me, I get that 80% of these masculines will fight, well, they've been fighting for a while, but will drop and be fully present in this connection. Here we go. So we have new love. So it does say on this card, a new person has stirred up your romantic feelings. For this, I don't get that. What I'm getting actually is this person is seeing you in a new light. So remember we got at the beginning, love yourself first. So it feels probably this feminine energy is learning how to love themselves. So it's pulling the masculine more towards the feminine more than ever. More seeing clarity. Sorry, I'm just trying to see that. So, hi. Sorry, I've only just seen a comment. As you can see, I haven't been back. I haven't been here for a while. It seems that it doesn't disappear anymore. As I'm in the middle of a collective read, so I cannot promise you anything right now. I'll try at the end if I'm still, you know, all right for time and stuff. So, yeah, it feels like new love to this masculine. Like, it just feels new. They see the feminine differently because the feminine is self-loving. For a lot of you, I do feel this is your future husband or wife, whoever's in the masculine energy. But this person does want to offer commitment, is just scared from whatever this is holding back in the past. But like I said, for a lot of you, 80%, I do feel this person is... What's coming through now is that this masculine energy is intimidated by this feminine. They feel small, they feel immature, they feel less. So if anyone knows tarot, it's got the energy of the feminine's like in Empress mode, but the masculine is feeling like a knight. Yeah, if anyone that knows tarot. That's the energy that comes through. But either way, this feminine energy is really protected. Look at all of these little angels around this feminine, and then look at this masculine on his knees offering a rose. So massively protective in this time. The feminine is doing well, just focusing on themselves, learning to love themselves, but does have deep love and deep feelings for their masculine. I do feel like this feminine is clearing also some serious wounds that's going to help propel her forward. 3 months time comes through, so there's going to be something in 3 months time that's going to pan out really great for this feminine. For those of you that it resonates with. There's a real energy of marriage coming through, because we had that reconciliation in the overlining energy when I pulled these cards, and then we have retreat in the underlying energy, which is it's time to disconnect from the world. So some of you may be feeling a bit disconnected from the world at the moment, but this, oh look, and under that, wedding. And this is the thing, it's got a real marriage vibe about it. And if it's not actually getting married, it's that strong, serious commitment and lifelong partner, okay? There's a lot of it. We've got the, you know, the proposal here. We've got the honeymoon card. We've got this couple in a fucking wedding attire, and then we've got that actual wedding. Like, that is the most... Now I understand why they pulled the romance cards. Like, it's making a lot of sense. But this is about true commitment, vulnerable energy, giving up that ego and doing some shadow work and really embracing a connection. And that's what this masculine has been fighting against. You know, this has got twin flame journey written all over it, not gonna lie, for those of you that know about that, or believe in it. But it feels, either way, there is a shift happening in this connection for the better. And whatever, like I said, you know, people have free will, but this is happening for the better, no matter what way it plays out, because it feels like a long ass cycle. You know, if these two have only known each other a few years or months or whatever, it doesn't matter, but this is a long cycle. So this is key wounds from childhood or years and years of people in the same mindset and cycles, karmic cycles, and now finally we have a shift. Like I said, even if this masculine chooses to leave his hand out and go outside of this connection, outside the door, right? Then he will never be allowed the opportunity to come back in, and he will grow and learn from this, yeah? Either way, Oh my God, no lie. And I cut the deck on engagement. Like, holy shit. So let me try and get some info around this so you can really see if this resonates, like if this kind of story at all resonates for you. I'm just going to chuck some things that I'm channeling out, because like I said, for some of you this person may have appeared, but others of you there's a 2-month marker, so it may be over the next 2 months. So let me see if I can get some info that can kind of help you see if it fits for you. So this is not going to, the likelihood of all of these resonating with you is going to be insane. It's not going to be everything. So just ignore the things that I'm chucking out, but I'm just going to chuck some quick things out that might make sense to a bunch of different people. First one out is getting something about a blanket. So if there's a set blanket you two had, or, you know, someone still has a childhood blanket and you spoke about it, whatever, there is something coming through about a blanket if that resonates for you. I just heard backpack, no idea what that's about. Something about rings. So maybe one of you wears a lot of rings, or they're really into rings. Obviously that ties in with the engagement thing, but this is, I'm trying to pull things from the energy, external energy, to see if it resonates for you. I definitely hear gold more, so it's like gold rings. Maybe they have a set gold ring that might, I don't know, fit the bill, like as in they wear that one ring all the time. But there's something about rings here for some of you. Blue, so something about navy blue, if that wording resonates for you. Maybe they like to wear blue, favourite colour is navy blue, but it's definitely more navy, a darker blue. I'm being drawn to the tight fist, so for those of you that it resonates, this masculine will be really, I don't want to say uptight, but that's what it feels. It can be a bit uptight and stubborn, a bit enforceful, very strong-willed, this masculine, I would say. Anything else you want to show me, Spirit? And I'm just being drawn to the bows, so I don't know if you know, something about a bow is linked to anyone here. I just randomly saw a lizard, so I don't know if lizards for someone. Let's see what we get off this card. Not so much on this one. Just having a quick run for, because it just helps, because if your masculine's gonna come in the next 2 months, you know, you're gonna want to fucking know. So that if there's anything that can kind of resonate for you, so you can be. Some of you might have a child with this person, maybe a son. Or it might have the same name as your son, something like that. Was really random coming through for some of you. What? Something about a mushroom. I can't grasp the message, but I saw a mushroom. And then I saw like a horse saddle. And then for some of you, it's coming through. You might, for those of the feminines that this might resonate for, there's something about the masculine's back. Something about the masculine's back that really, you know, does it for you. Maybe you like holding on to it. Maybe you find it really sexually attractive, or maybe it's just because they're strong. And, you know, as a feminine, that's what you're attracted to, like the strength and the protection. When your masculine is being masculine, it makes us feminines crumble and just melt. It really does. Okay, I'm going to cut this deck once. By the way, off the note. Is that? Sorry, I'm just going to read this comment. I've got to get a better thing I want to have, and I think that's better. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, mate, jump on it. Jump on it. Right, I'm going to cut the deck one time. Trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. So you've got to roll with it, guys. You've got to roll with it. Let it play out. Surrender. Surrender the fear that makes you want to jump ship. The fear that makes you want to grab control. The fear that makes you want to, you know, be like to your masculine, this. Don't. Let the masculine take control and roll with it. Either they're going to come in fully to the connection, or they're going to leave. And that's fine. You're going to be good either way. being drawn to this red bow now. I don't know what's going on with the bows. Why I'm drawn to them. This masculine, it's got the energy of something's behind your back. Like, I'm not talking past. For a lot of you, this masculine may have really done you dirty in the past. It might not be for all of you. But I'd say this masculine, there's something behind your back. It's not negative. It's not negative. It's something you can't see. It's not negative. It's just being hidden from you by this masculine. But it almost feels like it's good. So there's something, maybe they're just like working, you know, for those of you that they are going to really dive fully into this connection, maybe they're working on finances or something, you know, because if they're going to propose, they need to, you know, supply a fucking ring. There's something happening behind your back, but it doesn't feel negative. So just trust it, okay? And then last pull is very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it can come to you now. And this feels like the very soon, because, you know, I've said anything up to 2 months. If you go over the 2-month marker, this is not the correct energy for you. Soon, I think this masculine is going to make a decision. And, you know, I think when this happens, the feminine is going to be like, it's been horrific, it's been a journey, but it was all worth waiting for. Because now my masculine is truly committed. Our connection is truly changed. And it's all because I learned to love myself first. Ooh, big things there, big things. Okay. Right, I'm going to pull on. Okay, so 26 tapes. Are you still here? I'm just being compelled. Spirit's guiding me to just pull for 26 tapes with my moonology quickly before I then. Okay, I don't know if you're still here. 26 tapes. I just heard you need to move fast. Maybe you're moving too slow or something, or you're taking too long. You need to move fast. Spirit says you need to move fast or faster. You need to just, it needs to be faster. Yeah, you're probably procrastinating on something. Nothing's gonna come of it unless you take action towards it. Yeah. So the nothing will come in this situation. It feels that's to do with what I said. You know, if you don't take some form of action and pick up the pace, then nothing can kind of, the spirit can't help you create around it. You need to step out your comfort zone with whatever this is. You've got to push yourself a bit more. Your fears are keeping you back, okay? You're going to have to be a bit more fierce, it feels. So we've got conclusions are within reach for you. And if you look at this card, you see there's the big moon and there's a couple of trees that are like, they're not blocking it, but they're there. But you can clearly see the moon. And that's what that completely fits the bill for this energy for you. It's there. You can reach clarity. What does it say? Conclusions are within reach. Like, it's there. But this is your procrastination. This is your fears that are not like blocking it so much that you can't see it, but it's just in the way. It's just in the way. Remove the fears, remove the barriers, push yourself out your comfort zone, because I'm scared. Yeah, that's literally what we just said. And we get it. Like, I get it, they get it, spirit gets it, but it's time for movement. You're being too slow and procrastinating with whatever this is regarding. Cut the deck on. The energy is gaining momentum for you. Okay, it is gaining, but they need you to push out your comfort zone and they need you to push and fight your fears and push out your comfort zone so they can then gain the momentum, is what it feels. And it's a time for you to give rather than take. I do get off that. Maybe you've been someone that's a bit of a taker in the past. I don't know if you've finally reached the growth that you can reflect a little bit more on that. But it seems in the past you may have been a bit selfish. I'm not saying you're a terrible person. We're all selfish at sometimes, and you have lessons to learn. But it's really coming through. You may have been quite selfish in the past, and it's time for you to give to this or someone or whatever it is that you're procrastinating from. But they're saying luck is on your side. Could be to do with something romantic, because we've got that thing there. And I just heard them say trust. Just trust. And then another cut the deck on you and your loved ones are safe. I'm going to quickly see if I get, like, that feels like the message. I'm going to see if I can see anything in my third eye, but I feel like that was pretty clear in the cards. 420. Yeah, you've been going round and round in circles for a little while now. It's like how they show me is you're in a room, you keep just walking around in circles in this room. And you know the key's in the room, it's either in like 5 different places because the door's locked. And you know you locked it and you put it down. And you know in the back of your head, like, it's either in that box or I've hung it in there or it's in that bag, right? But you just keep walking around in circles. But this doesn't feel trustworthy. What? It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. You've got to trust your... I don't want to say your intuition because you're fighting it at the moment. You've got to trust either way. If something goes wrong in your mindset, it's not actually going wrong. It would be that you take a leap and maybe in that moment you feel like I shouldn't have done this. But how it plays out in the end would have been because you took that step and it opened the door to actually what's meant to be for you. So you have to just trust it. So back to the vision. You're just walking around in circles. You know it's in one of like these 5 places, but yet, you are just not doing anything. Like you're not opening the box to look. You're not looking for the key, even though you know it's in the room. You know you want to go. You know you want to unlock and go out the door, but you're just laying on the bed thinking. It feels like walking on moving sand. It's a good expression. Yeah. It's kind of like being on a treadmill, isn't it? Because you're walking, but yet you're not actually getting anywhere. So, get up off the bed, get out your head, look in those places for the key and open the damn door. Okay? That's what Spirit says. Okay, so back to the collective. If there's anyone else still with us. I don't think so. I'm just being called to use some of these and then I'll exit the building and flop into bed. Feels good to be back though. Feels nice. Feels nice. It's literally that I just know I have it but I'm not doing it. You can do it. I believe in you. What's the worst that can happen? Nothing. If it feels bad in that moment, it's not. It's going to be... Here's an example. No lie, right? I packed up my whole fucking house. Was 2 days from signing a tenancy to ship my ass out of London. And 2 days before I signed the tenancy, it fell through for a reason that was completely insane. I'd been liaising with the secondary school on the island, because it's just an island, there's only one secondary school, for months. And yet I put in the application just before I signed tenancy and they go, oh my God, sorry, we can't accept it. And I was like, what? Why? They were like, we don't have enough teachers. There's actually space for your child, but we don't have enough teachers. It's a real problem. So I went, okay, I trust it. I trust it. That is Spirit. I'd said to everyone, because I was really taking a leap, and I said to everyone, if it's not meant to be, Spirit will come in. Spirit came in quite late, considering my whole house was packed up, but I trusted it. Rather than being heartbroken on the floor, I trusted it. And then now it makes sense, because since that happened, a lot's changed. I've changed. I'm talking in a few weeks. I've had serious growth, wounds healed, some people have come in and I'm like, wow, if I'd moved, this wouldn't be happening, okay? So that's just a prime example. Is I could have been on my knees on the floor because I packed up my whole house and everything was ready to go. My kids, everything. But instead I chose to trust. And it felt like it was a failure, but I trusted, and now it's not, because a lot of shit's been happening for the positive over the last few weeks. So it's that, it's gonna, like, you've got to roll with it. Also, you've just had a free reading and Spirit has told you to fucking do it. So just do it. Okay? Okay, so for some feminine energies, it feels like there's been a bit of a spiral happening, spiraling into the depths of your mind. Oof. Yeah, I know. You've got to trust, mate. You've got to trust. So, for some feminines, you've been spiraling or just going round and round in circles, feeling you're in a bit of a needy energy, right? Bit of a Becky energy. Well, that's how you was coming across. It feels like your light and your dark were off balance and they were fighting against each other, your ego and this. But now, you've really come into yourself and embraced yourself. Interesting. For some of you, you may, it falls into the, you're very welcome. What falls into this earlier reading is you may have been with someone, they may come back around, but they may still be tied to someone else. So you kind of come like the third wheel, but you know that this connection's deep. So you kind of just got to hold on, but you focus on you during this time. And for those of you that are putting it's an odd third party because it feels like this person's gone away and then come back, but they're linked to someone else. And you feel a bit like, what? I'm not the third person here. But just know they are going to walk away from whatever they are tied to. They are going to walk away. And when they do, they grow. By taking this leap to walk away from whatever they're tied to and really move towards you, they really mature and grow they just become more in their masculine energy and truth. Really lovely. Learn to create. It's just all in the healing work, but that's really great. And you're starting to see things a bit more clearly, feminines. The masculine realizes, I think, that there's no one else better than their feminine and they don't want to run anymore. It feels like they may have tried, they may have hunted for a bit of feminine and realised it's not happening, so now they've reappeared. But yeah, that ties in with what we said earlier. I am going to leave because I need to go to bed. I have a baby that gets up all damn night. So yeah. So, good to be back, guys. I hope this reading helps. I honestly send you so much love and light. And guys, please don't forget your tiger's eye, okay? If you've got it, under the pillow tonight. Mine's on my bed now. So I'll see you guys soon. Sending you so much love and light. Bye.